Hi, Ray here once again with Real Life Hawaii, and we have more miser measures for you today. Measures you can take to save time and money. So here we go. Miser measure number 1. This is indeed my favorite. You finish cleaning the sink, you've done the dishes, and you're cleaning up the sink, right? Get it all washed down and everything. And if you use the tap to rinse it, it takes all day. You have to move it around and it misses certain parts. Here's the trick. Grab a teaspoon out of the drawer and it makes a wonderful little water deflector. It hits every part of the sink. I found that the teaspoon is the best way to do this. A tablespoon works, but the teaspoon just seems to focus the water on every part of the sink. Miser measure number 2. Don't throw that Kleenex box away prematurely. The situation is this. You reach for a Kleenex, and there are no more, so you throw the box away. But actually, there are Kleenex in there. Reach in. There you go. Something about Kleenex boxes, when they get down to about 3/4 empty, they fool you into thinking they're empty when they're not. Could that be a ploy by the manufacturers to sell more tissue? This morning we're going to learn how to boil an egg. A hard-boiled egg. First of all, you want to turn your light on here on the stove. And then you want to fill a saucepan with hot water. Turn the burner on to high. And then get the egg. This is really a foolproof method of making a hard-boiled egg. There'll be no green color around the egg as what happens when you cook it too much. Pop the egg in the hot water. You start with hot water, and that way you don't have to use so much electricity here on Miser Measures to cook the egg. What we're going to do is bring it to a boil and then turn the burner off and let it sit for 5 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to heat up some hot water for my instant coffee. In the microwave. 3 minutes is perfect. So we have our coffee going and we have our hard-boiled egg going. Certainly you can't eat a hard-boiled egg by itself. So we're going to cook up some pre-cooked ham. Heat it up. One slice of pre-cooked ham. And what would breakfast be without a piece of toast? So we get out our homemade bread and cut one slice off. Since I have a toaster oven, I thought I would use the oven to do toast. Our hot water is heated for our instant coffee. I use about a half a teaspoon of instant coffee, and it's decaffeinated. And then I use sweet and low. I only have one sweet and low left, so I'm going to have to supplement it with Splenda and a little bit of coffee creamer. Stir that up and wait till it cools down to 125 degrees, and then you can drink it without burning your mouth. Egg is coming to a boil. We need to flip our ham over. And our toast, let's flip it over also. You want the egg to come to a rolling boil. Then you turn the burner off. I think we have our rolling boil, so let's turn off the burner and set our timer for 5 minutes. Flip our ham over once again. I think it's just about done. So let's put the ham on a plate and put it on top of the toaster oven to stay warm. Toast is done. What would breakfast be without some fried potatoes? So let's put a little olive oil in our pan. And we've already cooked our potatoes in our little potato cooker that we showed on an earlier version of Miser Measures. So we'll pop these in the pan and just put a little crispness on them. Fry them up a little bit. Toast is done. I can't believe it's not butter. This is smart balance, actually. I usually put a little peanut butter on my toast, along with jam. Here is the peanut butter. I buy the large economy size of peanut butter. And here is our sugar-free jam. Not as good as sugar jam, but when I found out how much sugar they put in jams and jellies, I decided to go with the sugarless. It's not too bad. And with a name like Smucker's, how can it be bad? I came up with a new way to flip the pan. You know, on TV, on the cooking shows, they always go like this. I could never do that. So I try it this way. I flip it sideways. And it seems like you have less chance of the potatoes flying out of the pan. Okay, that timer means that our egg is done. So what we do now is we take it off the stove and move it over into the sink. And run cold water on it. Fill this up with cold water. And then set your timer for 2 minutes. And the timer is gone off, indicating that our eggs should be ready. So what we do now is take it out of the cold water. And the reason we do this cold water thing is it makes it much easier to peel, you see. Crack the egg, and the peel should come right off beautifully. There's a little bit of film on the egg, and sometimes you have to break that with your thumb. And once you do that, it comes off quite easily. I've never been able to get the shell to come off in one piece, but I'm trying. So there it goes. And then just rinse it under the water to get any little minute shell particles off. I'm eating in my office today. I use Lowry's seasoning salt on my egg. It's very good. A little on the plate and a little on the egg. Lowry's seasoning salt. And don't mind me, I use my fingers here to pick up the egg, and very good. Notice there's no green ring around the yolk. After you do your laundry, you'll most likely have all kinds of different colored stockings that you have to sort through and painstakingly match the mates. The solution to this problem is to just wear one color of socks, white in this case, or you can use black or argyle. Nobody really notices your stockings, so you can wear the same color every day and no one will notice. Then it's a very simple matter to roll them up together. You don't have to waste a lot of time finding mates. They're all the same color. So you roll them up, gather them up, and place them in the drawer. Hi everybody, here's a miser measure that will save you some time. If you have an Ethernet cable or an extension cord, anyway a long cable that you need to roll up so that it's neat and tidy instead of a big mess, there's an easy way to do it. Just grab it in your hand and wrap it around your arm and elbow, like so. Very fast, and it makes a nice, neat bundle which you can stash away for when you need it. Just another miser measure for you. Few things are more disconcerting than to have a CD stuck in your computer CD or DVD or Blu-ray tray. Try as you may, you press the button and that tray will not come out. Well, there's an easy way to retrieve that long lost disc. Right over here in the corner, the lower left-hand corner, you will see a little hole. And what you do, you take a paper clip bent like so and just press gently. And bingo, Out comes the tray, and there's that long-lost CD you've been looking for, with all those rap songs on it. By the way, if you want to repair the tray, there's usually a little rubber band that drives the tray and is hooked up to the motor. All you have to do is replace that little rubber band, and your DVD, CD, or a Blu-ray tray is as good as new. Here's miser measure number 6. If you've been baking bread, you probably have a whole bunch of flour on your counter, just like this. And the question is, how do I get that flour off easily without making a big mess? Well, the answer is to buy one of these. It's a wonderful little gadget. They call it a crummer in the restaurant business. And all you do is just scoop it up beautifully like this into a little pile, and then right into another bowl. And then from the bowl, you put it in your flour container. Or you can throw it out if you feel antsy about it being contaminated. There you go, a real quick one. Miser measure number 6. Thank you very much for watching Real Life Hawaii and today's miser measures. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Maybe you could do it today.